Now we'll move to the previously you have created a one directory for our projects. That is in home directory. We had a created like a git underscore GCP batch 2. Okay, this one here in last class already we have cloned this repository. Now I will remove that repository again. I will clone that one. So just you can clear the screen. Then again I need to download the repository. Okay, just now we have opened where we have opened this GitHub. Yeah, this one here. I will go to this. Then I will again the clone that repository. Here DevOps GCP batch 2. In this we'll go to here. Then here if you click on the HTTPS, you will get the HTTPS something. Then if you click on SSH, then you will get the git@GitHub. So if you click on the HTTPS, you will get the HTTPS. For this we don't require any SSH authentication. Just you can able to download it simply. But if you want to push back to the repository, you should have a username password. But that is the one way. But in SSH, simply if SSH authentication is happened, then it won't ask any username and password. Why? Because already we had a case. So I will copy this one. Then I am into the this git underscore GCP batch 2. So I will clone it. So git to clone git at the github.com, then DevOps GCP batch 2.git. Yeah, DevOps GCP batch 2. Just we have repository, we have download the repository. Here actually everything, this is also directory, but this you are call it as a repository. When you are call it as this is a repository, for example, in git underscore GCP batch 2, we don't have any git initialization. If you type like an SL-LART, we don't have any .git in this repository, in this folder. But if you go to DevOps GCP 2, then we will get the like this, like main, and here if you are ls-lart, then you will get the .git. So that is the actually this repository also something like in a folder or directory only, but you are call it as this is a repository. Why? In this already git is there. That's why you call it as a git repository. But if you one step back, this git underscore GCP, this is also folder, but this you won't call it as a git repo, something like the empty git repo. Why? Because here ls-lart, in this we don't have any .git repository. So the repository, whenever you have, if you clone any repository, then you can get the .git folder default. If you go to the DevOps again, the DevOps GCP batch here, then if you can type ls-lart command, then you will get the .git. Okay, this .git automatically this tracking and all those things, that stuff if you want to need, that will be there in the .git. So what is there in the .git? We don't know. Just means we don't know. We have no need to know that all those things, the in-depth .git and all stuff. Generally in .git also we have some files are there, but it's not required for us. Here like hooks and info, object use, repo, set blocks, and this all stuff. Actually, what is this? What is the purpose of these all files? Is to track the files, to commit the file. This all stuff is working based on this .git. So that is not required that much. Just if you just these things are there, that's it. But in real time or in anywhere, just you are not required these all those things much. Not much. It's not at all required. So Now we are downloaded the Git repository, that is the DevOps GCP batch 2 repository. So in this already we have some files, test.txt, test2.txt, test3.txt. So just directly we can, once if you're without mentioning any file, like in any branch name, if you mention like simply git clone and the repo name, it will directly clone the main branch only. Just if you type like in a git branch command is used to know the how many branches are there in the repository. Now we are in a repository, but git branch command, why you are using git branch command? To know how many branches are there in the this repository. Actually, other branch is also there, but that is not there in our repository. Why? Because whenever you can clone the directly like this, you don't get the all branches. You will get only the master branch. But if you want to clone a specific branch in the repository, then you can able to clone it. Already we know DevOps GCP batch 2, how many branches are there? Already we have created. You can go to here, DevOps GCP batch 2, DevOps GCP batch 2. In this repository, we had a main as well as a dev branch also there. Two branches are there, main and dev branch. The two branches are there. But if you observe here, we have downloaded that repository. You can type like in a git branch, but only we have one main branch. Why? Because just whenever you can clone, you are not getting the all branches, whatever there. For example, here, if you have a 4 branches, you are not getting a 4 branches here. Only will get the one branch. That is called as a master or main. Now, in a recent versions, you are calling it as a main. So, whenever you are downloaded, clone the repository, you will get only master branch. Yeah. Now, in this master branch, usually we are not directly committed anything in the master branch and push into the central repository. We won't do like that, but now we can do here as how we can do. So now we are in a main branch. We will add some files like I will like echo. This is Anmantarrao greater than file.js. This way also you can able to create a file, and you can able to, if your file.js file already, if you ls and lrt, you will get the file.js. So this way also you can able to create the file, and you can able to write this data. This is Hanumantarao. This total content will store into the file.js. So if you cat it, the file.js, then you will get this is Hanumantarao. File.js, this is Hanumantarao. Okay. Like this also, we can able to create the file, and you can able to add some data with help of the echo command also. But it's a no need. If you don't know, that is also fine. Just simply you can go to the Vim and you can create the file. That is also fine. But just I'm telling, this is also another way to create the file and keep some data into that file. Okay. Now we'll simply git status. Here untracked file means that file is not there into this repository. This is not tracked file. Just now we have created. So this is the untracked file. It is not. Generally we had a staging area, workspace, like that we had. For example, if you observe this one, this diagram, the working directory, staging area, and repository. Here the working directory is nothing but this one where we are now. That is the working directory. The staging area virtually, it is not, we are not able to see this one. The staging area you are not able to see. Whenever you can add this file, you have to add this staging area. But this staging area, virtually we have a staging area, but we are not able to see, we are not able to identify here the, what is the here staging area. We are not able to see that staging area. But we should add the any files to the staging area, then only we need to commit. That is the way. But usually some cases we are no need to add directly. You can, with the single command, you can able to stage and commit also. But usually it is not happened, means usually we are not doing that one. First we have to add the files into the staging area, then only you can commit to the repository. So now we have created a file, then just can status, this is the untracked file. Now we can add that file. Git add, the git add the file dot, the file dot s. This simply you can add mention multiple files also, like in git add file name, whatever the new file or other file is there, you can come, you can place the one or two files like that, file.json and something, other file dot file one.json, like that. You can mention multiple files if you have. So simply you can add one file, then git add files.json, then git status. So new file.ss. So this file is now in a staging area. This one, just whenever you are added a file, that will be in a staging area. If you observe here, then the changes to be committed. Now the file is in the staging area. Changes to be committed means we need to add the repository to the repository. Then only it will be there in the repository. Okay. Until unless that is in the staging area. So once just you can add the file. Just if you want to commit, just simply git commit -m, means you have to give a some commit name message. So this you are called as the new file.js added. The git commit -m new file.js is added. So one insertion means in this file here, one file changed and one instance means in this commit, only in this file, one line is added. That is the one file changed. Okay, this committed. This just you can commit it into the local repository, just local repository. We are not pushing into the remote repository. Simply you can commit, and that process is completed. Means simply you can change the sum, means you can add the some files into the working directory. You can add to the staging area. Then you are committed to the local repository. Okay, you can go. You can see the another. Another diagram. If you observe this one, this one here, the workspace. In workspace, git add is completed. The git commit also completed. Means it just you can push into the local repository. Up to this point is over. The workspace, staging area, and the local repository. These two completed. Now whenever you can push into this one remote repository, it will sit in the remote repository. Here actually file.json, you go to the remote repository, it is there or not, you can check. The main branch, just you can refresh it. So test.txt, test2.txt, test3.txt. You don't have a file.json. That means just it is there in the local repository. It is not there in the remote repository. Now we can try to push into that one. Git push origin, this branch, what is the main? So now this is the main, your main is the main here, then local repository main, then you can also push into the same repository, the main. Now we can refresh here. We'll get the file.js. Here, this is the what we did here actually. We can clone this main in this repository, this main branch. Whenever you are clone this repository into your local, then automatically this main branch will be cloned here. So then we can add the in our local where I have added the one file. Just now I have added one file.js. Then after that, this file.js is just I have added into the staging area. How I can add it into the staging area? With the help of the git add command. What is the process? Whenever the files changes, files added or modified and whatever happened, that you can add it into the staging area. So that is nothing but indexing. You are also called as indexing with the help of git command. So you can add it into the staging area. Once you can add it into the staging area, we need to push into the local repository. How you can commit that? That means that you can commit into the local repository. So once you can add it into the staging area, you have to commit it with the help of this one, git commit -m. This is the new file. Simply this commit message is our wish. New files .js added. This you can able to initial commit, final commit, like that you can able to keep. It's our wish. Just commit into the local repository. After that, you can push into this remote repository where we had. So, but in real time, in any project, most of the times we are not directly committed any changes into the master or main branch directly. We are not directly commit the any changes into this in this main branch or the master branch. We won't do the like that. Why we won't do like that means, here if you want to do anything into the master branch, that should be reviewed by your manager or your team lead. Most of the release manager or in a DevOps and DevOps manager and the architects and whatever, those who are the main person, that person need to uh, overview. Why? Because if something else changes into the your any DevOps files and Jenkins files or Terraform files and whatever the files, if you something went wrong, then totally is a problem. So that's why that should be reviewed by the someone. So that's why generally this process is not at all correct. Means we are not directly pushing anything into the main branch. Then what? How we can do this one? How you can do this one? In real time, generally we won't do like this. How you can do? Simply here already we had a master branch. Generally you can do again, if a git pull means any changes. Now I will directly change something into this one, like in a file.js. I added something into this file.js. I am from Hyderabad. Just I commit. Now, if you observe here, cat file.js. In cat file.js, it is not there. Our line is not there. This is simply Anumantro. But you have changed in the remote repository. I am from Hyderabad, but that one is not come to here. Whenever you are changing something here, it doesn't replicate into the your local repository. But how can I get that one? How can I get the new changes? Whatever the new changes changed by the something else, someone change something into the your repository in your branch, the main branch, then how can I get that things? So simply if we'll go to this diagram where here this one, this git add completed, git commit completed, this one is what? Git push completed. Okay, then here the git pull means whatever the changes is occur in the remote repository, whatever the changes occurs in the remote repository, directly these changes will go to into the our workspace. Whenever you can run the git pull command, then automatically whatever the changes occurs in this repository, remote repository, that will be sit into your workspace. But if you simply git fetch, then it won't happen. So that is the, if you want to simply run the git fetch, again we need to, that changes need to merge into the our local branch, the local branch wherever you want. So that is a different case. Okay. Then, but generally, usually you can do the git pull command. So whenever I will run the git pull, already I have shown the file.js is having only, it has only this, this is Hanumantarao. But if I will run the git pull, what happened? One file changed, one insertion. That means the, in the remote repository, one file changed. That file is nothing but the file.js. In that, one line added, one insertion. So now we can check file.js, cat file.js. So now I am from Hyderabad. So what happened? This total flow is completed. Previously, we had a one repository. In that we added a some file, that is the file.js, that you are added into the staging area. Once that added into the staging area, again you need to commit into the local repository. That you can with help of the git commit -a. So after committed to this local repository, we can push into the remote repository. That file.js is push into the remote repository. It came to the remote repository here. They, this is Hanumantarao. This file.json come to the remote repository. Their content is, this is Hanumantarao. That is over. Then after that, what I did, actually in the remote repository, I have added something like I am from Hyderabad. This line I have added into the file.json. Nothing but if you observe here in the remote repository, I have added something. So that I need to get into the my workspace. So here. So for that purpose, what I need to do, git pull command. So the git pull, you will get the git pull. Once if you run the git pull, then you will get the changes into the repository. Okay, this way you can do. But what I said earlier, then we are not directly do anything into the master branch. You can do anything into the newly created. If you are creating any branch separately for the testing purpose in your repository, here you can do create any branch, then you can able to clone and you can do the changes directly or commit into the your branch. That you can happen, that you can able to do it. There is no issue. But generally the master branch or release branch, some branches you won't directly do changes into that repositories until unless you had a good knowledge with good confirmation or a good clarity on that, then you can able to directly do that one. Okay, otherwise don't do like that. Okay, then what we need to do? Okay, before that, actually here we have changed the something, but then how we can change it, the latest commit, and how you can do this one, git log. The git log, the git log will show whatever we recently done. Okay, recently what we have done, updated the file.js, updated the file.js. Okay, this recent commit, just I can did in the directly in the repository main branch. Then before that, what I have just commit is the new file.js. This is the commit ID. You can call it as this is the commit ID. This is the commit ID. This commit ID is important. This is the commit ID. This is the commit ID. Okay. Here this is also commit ID. This is also commit ID. Okay. Here just now we have added this one, update file doesn't. With help of the git log. What is the purpose of the git log? Means it shows the what are the commits or commit history. If you want to know the commit history with the help of the log is nothing but a history log file. So Git log, it will shows the whatever the commit history and who can done did this all those things, and this all those things is you can able to see with the help of the Git log. If you observe here, this is the origin dev branch, means this file is you are basically created into the dev branch. Again, that you can merge into the merge full request into the here. If you observe here, Hanumantrao 19 dev branch. So this merge request is merged into the means this branch is merged into the main branch. So everything you can able to see here who can do the changes. And but here I am here you can able to see all my user only but myself, but in real time it's not like that, means so many persons are there in the organization, this there can easily do this, who can change and who what files they can change and all those things with help of the git log command. So that is over. Next you can, how many branches are there. If you want to know how many branches are there in the particular repository, like git branch, now we had only one branch. So till now what I said, just we won't do anything directly into the master branch and don't do like that. But how you can do in a general way, in as a DevOps, just you can create a one new branch that you are call it as generally the future branch, or you can able to create your branch name is our wish. But usually the most of the organization they can follow like in a future branch. So now I will create a one branch. How I can create a other branch from this master branch. I want to create a new branch from this master. Simply git checkout -b. Now we have to give our branch name future slash. Generally out the in real time world, just they can create the branching name is like a future branch name is a future slash the ticket number, whatever the ticket is there, the ticket number they can mention here, the ticket number. So that is the future branch. Generally happened like that. Now I will give like in a future branch and the future branch like 4567, like the my ticket number, you can call it as like in my ticket number 4567. Then we'll get the git checkout -b future. What happened here, this new branch got created, that is like in a future slash 456, then automatically you can shift to that branch as well. So this is the command. Generally in interview point of view also they can ask like how you can create the new branch from the existing branch and directly shift to that branch with a single command. So if you created the branch and create the branch as well as shift to that branch with a two different kind of thing, that is also do. But with a single command, how you can create a separate branch and shift to that branch with the help of this command, like a git checkout -b future slash 4567. So now we are into the this branch, the future slash 456 branch. Now if you type like in a git branch, how many branches are there? Two branches, future and main. If you observe here we had a star. The star means now we are in which branch? Now we are in future slash 4567 branch. Okay, here also it can easily says now we are in which branch. So now we are in this branch. Now I want to add the one new file. I want to change the one new file. So here what is the happen? Simply this repository you are cloned, for example, into the local. Then you have created the new branch from that. Means the you have created from new branch from the main branch. So this now we are in that branch. So now we can ls -lrt. This files is a common for the master branch. You can now we are in the this branch. You can able to see these all files. Even if you are move into the main branch, for example, how you can move from the one branch to other branch. Simply git check out that branch name like in a main branch. So here it will switch to the branch main. So now we are in the main branch. If you observe here, now we are into the main branch. Simply git branch. Say where you are. You are in main branch. Here also it will show we are in main branch. So here two things I did here. One thing simply I will create the one new branch from the existing main branch. Okay, that is happened with help of this command. Just you can create the main branch and shift into new branch also directly. You can create a new branch future /456 from the main branch and again shift to that branch also. If you observe here, git checkout -b future /456. If you run this command, then simply you can move into this branch. Now future /456 branch. Now, for example, I didn't anything, just simply I have created a one branch from the main branch. That's it up to now. Then again, I will shift to the main branch. So to shift from one branch to other branch, simply here git checkout whatever the branch you want, like in a main branch. So here again, if you want to move to the git checkout future, okay, future /4, it will simply tap, it will complete the branch name as well. So now I am moving to the this branch. Okay, now just I have created a one file like echo. This is in again file name is like a file 2.js. With this command you can able to see, if you observe here, file2.js. So just now I have created these things. Just now I have created in the file2.js. Okay, now again the same process. Once if you create the file, if you git status, it will show the what is the untracked file. Just know these all are the tracked files, means it is already there in the repository. The newly created file is only the file2.js. This is the untracked file. So again you can add that file. Simply if you add like in a star.js, whatever the files are there with the .js, that all files will be added. If you want to add only git add like that also you can able to add. That means whatever the files are there in the present directory, that all files will be added. But the best practice is like git add the file2. Whatever the files if you want to add, that files you have to do git add file2.js. So now you can again the git status, the new file is added, file2.js. Now we just simply you can add the file and just you can add that file into the staging area. Again I need to commit that one, the git commit -m added the new file 2.js. Just I have added that file. Now we can git status, nothing is there. Why? Because everything is now, sorry, git status. Here working free, working tree is a clean, means nothing is there. All everything is means workspace, nothing is there to commit or to add into the staging area, to commit, nothing is there. So This new file is added into this future branch. In this future branch only, this file is there, file2.s. For example, I will type ls-lrt. Then if you see here, all files apart from that file2.js also there. Now I will shift to the main. Git checkout the main. Now where you are? Now we are in Git branch. We are in a main branch. Now we are in main branch. So now I will in ls-lr. If you observe here, what is the difference? Now we are in a main branch, but we don't have a file2.js. Why? Because just we have added that file into the newly created branch, that is the future branch. Why you added? According to our ticket, I need to add a new file, that is the file2.js, that I have added into the new branch. Okay, if you are now we are in the master branch, like in a main branch, that file is not there. But if you go to the again git checkout, future branch. Git checkout future /456. Now we are in this branch. Again, now you can type ls-lrt. So this is the file2.js. Now if you are in main branch, you don't have that file, newly file. Then generally how you can do this one, you have to create a new branch from the master branch. Once if you've done your changes, then you are committed to your future branch. Then after that, how you can add these things, then future branch into this master branch. How it will happen is, first simply you can push these changes into the remote branch, then directly it doesn't sit into the main branch. How you can check the git push origin future branch. Okay. Now we'll go to here and our repository. If you see here, how many branches are there? Main branch, dev branch, our future branch is also there here. The future /4567, our future branch is also there here. The future /456. Then what we did, simply we have created a new branch with help of the we'll go to a history. I think so here also history work. What we did here actually, the git checkout -b future branch. With this command, we can able to simply created this future /456 branch and shift to that branch. The git branch is to list the branches. To check out the main branch, again, no need, just to shift from one branch to other branch, checkout command. So we have added into the one file. Then after that, you can add that into the staging area. Then after that, you can commit and then you can push here. Then we will get here the future branch. But if you are shifting to the main branch, our file2.js is not there. Our file2.js is not there. Then how we will get this one? Again, we have to raise the pull request. Here the future /456, this branch, we need to raise here the pull request. What the pull request here? Compare the future /456 branch, we need to merge into the master. That is our pull request. We have to raise the pull request means we have to raise or create the pull request. Create the pull request. Once we create the pull request, here it will say as the one pull request. Previously, we don't have a pull request. If you observe here, the one pull request is there. So that open this one. In this pull request, if you want to commit something, then commit it. If you don't want to close, if you don't want to merge that one into the, if you don't want to merge our branch, whatever created new branch, that if you want to, if you don't want to merge into the master, simply you can close. By mistakenly, I will close this one, pull request. That way, close it. Means it doesn't add it into the master branch. Just again, I will reopen it. I will reopen, then I will write added the future /4567 the branch into main. Just commit. Then here, if you want to close this pull request, simply you can. If you don't want to add this one, simply you can. This is I am not expecting something like that, and comment it and close it. That's way you can able to close it without merge into that. So, but I want to merge. That's why I have just committed and I will merge pull request. While merge again, it will ask the confirmation. Confirm merge. Now, if you merge this merged, previously closed. Closed means unfortunately I have closed, or intentionally also you can cancel that pull request. Someone unknowingly they can raise the pull request to our master branch. Then if you blindly you can accept that one, then problem for us. So just the reviewer will check then whether our request is valid or not, our pull request, then only we need to mesh. If you see here, file.js and file. Here we will get the two files. You are asking why you are getting two files means that in future branch, additionally two files are there as compared to the master. That's why you will get it here. You have added one file only, but it is as compared to this main file, you will get have two files. I think so. One to file 2.js and file. Okay, this way actually we will do in a real time. Actually, don't do directly into the master branch or a main branch. Okay. If you have any question till now, then you can ask. But if you practice, then you will get the doubts, and you generally stuck somewhere, then you will get the doubts. Even though just if you have any doubts regarding this, just you can ask.
Just a question, like
Yeah.
from workspace to staging area, we use a git add command, right?
Yes,
so,
yeah.
So every time we have to go through this staging area. Can't we directly push into the remote repository from workspace? Is there any way?
No, we are not directly from your local. We are not directly pushed into the remote repository, but we can able to add directly into the repository without adding into the staging area. But that is not a good practice. For example, now I will into the, for example.
So the standard process is we move from workspace to staging to local to remote.
Sorry.
So the
Sorry.
standard practice is
standard practice is actually you can change your changes and whatever the files, then you can move into the staging area, then staging to the repository, local repository. Then after that, you have to push into the your remote repository. Then you can raise the pull request. Then that is a merge into the master. That is the actual process. But directly, if you clone to the master, you can change into the master branch or main branch something. Just directly you can push into the your master branch. That is also there, but you usually you won't do like that. Generally, anything is there in the master, you can clone it and you can create the new branch that you can change into that branch, something whatever we want. Then you can push that branch into the remote. And again, there you can create the pull request that is a merge into the master. That way actually you can do. But what I said earlier is without the staging also you can directly add it into the local repository with help of the single command like
Check
yeah git commit -a and -m the commit message, whatever the commit message, then you can able to directly do it with directly without staging. You can directly commit it like that. You can able to do with help of this command. But directly you are not able to push without local repository, without adding to the local repository. You are not able to directly push into that remote repository.
it should be there in local. Then only we can push it to.
Yes, yeah, yes.
And also pull request we are raising through GitHub, right? Can we do it from the client as well? Now you logged into GitHub and then from there you raise the pull request, right? So is there a way to do the same thing from you?
Usually you say you are asking like here raise the pull request. As I know, we have to raise the pull request here itself. From the local, if you want to raise the pull request, I don't think so. That way it won't work, but I will check it. But actually, I didn't do that type of practice from the local. I didn't raise any pull request in here. If you have to log into here, then you can able to raise the pull request. Maybe through Git client is there. I will check it actually. Is there any chance to raise the pull request without login to here and you can add? I will check it. I'm not sure. Maybe you are asking now. So like that, if you're asking something, then myself also maybe I will search and I will do the things. As a even if you have a even real time, some cases, some scenarios you won't come across actually. But that practice you can. I didn't do that one, but it is there, and I will check it and I will let you know. Maybe it is there, then I will tell how to do that one also.
Okay. And also commit IDs will be generated for each and every activity that we do, right?
Commit.
Commit IDs will get generated.
Yeah, whenever you can create a commit, then automatically will get the commit ID.
Okay.
If you,
say for example, if I want to go back to the previous version, so by using the commit ID, we can get the latest version.
what you can ask, for example, here you can give the 5 or 6 commits. You don't want to commit, then you can able to uncommit it. Like that you can. I will tell that things is tomorrow. This remaining session, how you can revert the changes, and how you can, for example, by mistake you can add the files into the staging area. You don't want that files, and by mistake you can add. You can did the commit, then you don't want that one. Then how you can, if you something changes, then you had some work again. How you can do this all stuff I will cover in tomorrow session.
Oh,
that things that how you can delete the existing branches stuff, and how you can tag at the later classes. Maybe next class I will do this, how to tag and how to revert the commits, how to know the what are the files are changes into the particular commit, and how we'll do all 10 commits into a single commit. This all stuff we'll cover tomorrow class. Yeah. Anything anyone, if you have any doubts, then you can ask. Just I will. If, oh yeah, only the today is the less members. This word not there. I think so. Venkata Lakshmi Nagarani Ajay Ramanjanelu and Gopal Reddy. Okay, Madhu and Prithvi is not there. Okay. Okay, that's it actually. Yeah.
Rebasing also will be covered next class. Right? Rebase.
Sorry, videos.
No, rebase. There is a command.
Yeah. That actually, what is the rebase and this all stuff we will cover actually. This is the only next class we will cover the things whatever you are asking.
Sure.
That I will cover. Yeah, the rebase concept also, Git merge and rebase. Actually, this Git merge also we can able to do here itself. Actually, again from the local itself, if you have a two branches, you can able to merge from you in command line also. But actually, usually did like that actually in front. But nowadays, just that things also do in the Git pipeline stuff. But that is again a different story. I will tell that what is the rebase and what is the merge and what is the different between the rebase and merge and stuff, whatever you are asking. That I will cover this, whatever you are asking, that all those things. That is the next plan. Is tomorrow I will cover this all those things. Then once the Git is okay, then only we will move to the. I will cover the most of the things the tomorrow class. If anything miss, I will. If anything I will miss in tomorrow class, then I will take one more class for the Git also. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that. Okay, guys. Yeah, that's it from today. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.